I definitely think one of the biggest barriers to break is supporting other women. When you live so much of your life being the one seat at this table, it somehow trains our brains then when another woman enters the room, we're just like, uh-oh, scarcity, scarcity,
I'm gonna get kicked
scarcity.
out.
That is the biggest lie. That's why owning a business to me is empowering because I get to just recreate that culture where it is celebrated to welcome other women into the space and not be afraid of their presence.
Girls, we got some tea up in here.
Did you make this yourself?
No.
I'll take coffee.
Coffee.
I'm gonna stick a coffee
Everybody's
too.
doing coffee today. I'm so excited to meet you guys. I definitely want to shout out Intuit QuickBooks for just allowing us to have this conversation today, which is really awesome to hear, what each of you do.
I'm a soccer player. I've played on the U.S. Women's National Team for over a decade, and it's been really exciting to use kind of sport for progress and equity in a lot of ways, and to kind of carry that torch.
I'm a spearfisher woman. When I was really young, my parents didn't have much money, and so that's how my dad would put food on the table. Eventually, I just got more and more curious about taking it as far as I could go. And my first time ever diving outside of Hawaii, it was in Rhode Island where I did the national championships.
I grew up in the summer in Rhode Island.
Oh, Kings
Yeah.
Beach.
Oh, cool.
And then it just kind of started a whole career for me.
That water is a little bit colder.
It was so cold. Oh my God.
And how long can you hold your breath underwater?
If I'm just relaxing in the water, about 5 minutes.
Oh, just relaxing 5 minutes.
But
Guys, you gotta watch this video of her. She's literally swimming with a shark. She's so calm. And she's like, oh yeah, she can eat me at any moment. It's with the calmest voice.
Awesome. I've
but-
like been obsessed with sharks since I was a kid. I was a swimmer for many years. I swam 3 Olympics, 04, 08, 12.
You guys are being real humble right now. What many medals do you have?
I have 12 Olympic medals.
Jesus Christ.
3 gold, 4 silver, 5 bronze.
Wow. I'm Angel McCoughtry. I played basketball in the WNBA for 14 years, 10 years in Atlanta and a couple years in Vegas. I recently have an ice cream shop called McCoughtry's Ice Cream. So
What's the best flavor?
It's called Championship.
All of us, we're a team, you know? And the more that we have these moments to come together, the quicker progress we'll be able to make in everything that we're doing. I feel actually really lucky in this moment because I didn't know any of you, and now I'm ready to go freaking spirit fish.
Let's definitely finish the conversation downstairs. I started McCoughtry's Ice Cream back in 2019, and then the pandemic hit and I closed down because the pandemic was hard on small businesses. And I was like, man, should I bring this back? But I remember enjoying the smiles on kids' faces. I don't think anybody eats ice cream and frowns. Everybody smiles. And I think that's what's really awesome about having an ice cream shop. Tell us about your business.
Darien Wines is my wine. It fulfills so many of my internal desires. And I'm learning so much. You're out in the vineyards, there's this physicality to it. And then you make this wonderful product that you get to share with friends.
my business, it's called Keep Wild Co. We just make products that are beyond eco-friendly, but really give back to the earth and to the ocean. It didn't really sit well with me to just always be just making stuff. And so I was like, how do we make it the most sustainable? And that just kind of became my guiding light.
Back in 2019, when our company was founded, we were in the middle of our pay equity lawsuit against our federation. We were also going into that World Cup defending our world title. And we were constantly going into, rooms where we were being told we had no value. We knew we wanted to create a vehicle that we could put all of our fighting for something into. We started with a single t-shirt, and then going into this 2023 World Cup, we're starting to really rev up on our content piece of our business. And we're starting Remedia, which is gonna reimagine the way women are seen and experienced in sports. I always say that bro culture in sports has been clearly defined in the content that we absorb, but we coined this gal culture. What is kind of gal culture in sports?
All right, ladies, so let's get down to the nitty gritty. How do you guys use Intuit QuickBooks in your business?
I always talk about kind of tools and services that you're given to perform at an elite level. And I think the same is true in business, and QuickBooks is just a game changer. For me as a CEO, I don't really have that background, but having that tool gives me the confidence to be able to manage my business in the way that it needs to be managed.
For me, it was like knowing our cash flow, because we have at certain times of year, we have so much capital. And then at certain times of year, every bill is due. And so seeing that flow throughout the year, it's been really, really helpful.
I'm bad with numbers. QuickBooks helps my business just with all the numbers and keeping me balanced, keeping me organized, everything in place.
I have a creative brain and not so much organized way of looking at things. And so just to have something that can show me income versus expenses amongst various products being sold, that it just all stays so organized for me, it's crucial.
Yeah.
I think the highest level of inequality is at the highest levels of capital. Going into those rooms like repeatedly and asking for investment and just seeing the same faces over and over and over again was horrifying. Men get investment off of potential and future, and women only get investment off of what you've done in the past.
I'm always bringing it back to nature too, but nature obviously thrives in diversity, and we are nature, so do we. For the most part, I feel like I had a really supportive experience learning to spearfish. I was one of the only girls, but I just was treated like an equal because of once we got in the water, like, our lives depend on each other.
You transcend gender.
Exactly. When it came to pay, when it came to showing up for work, that was when I felt these like insecurities. I felt like, okay, I'm different, or I'm just so lucky to have a seat at this table, and the pay definitely reflected that. It took just finally like kind of years of struggling with that before I just realized like, I'm different. Why was that my insecurity? Like when that is exactly my value.
Yeah,
like there's an absolute reason why I'm here, and I need to start getting paid.
The future is bright for young female entrepreneurs. What advice would you give them?
Just trusting in yourself and trusting in your power, and just being open to where life is gonna take you.
Dream bigger. Make your dream so freaking big, and then never let someone diminish it.
Wow.
You don't sit in a room that constantly tells you that you're not good enough or not deserving of something. You get out of that room. Like, go build it.
Oh,
definitely.
Let's end with a cheers.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Woo!